The next example we have is going to give us the equation of an hyperbola, so we are told, and we're going to find all of the information that was specified in the example that we finished in the previous video. So one thing I want you to notice is that it's equal to 9, and the general forms for a hyperbola have that equal to a 1, so we have to divide everything by that 9. And now we're going to get the equation y squared over 9 minus x squared over 1 equals 1. I put that 1 under the x squared because that way it'll help you understand one of the values that we need to report. The transverse axis is going to be the y-axis because the y squared comes first. The center, as is always for our class, will be 0, 0. The transverse axis is y. And we know that the value of a squared is 9 because that's the first number. And the b squared is equal to 1. That's why I put that 1 under the x squared. So a is 3, b is 1, plus or minus, but it doesn't really matter because it's the distance that you want to travel in two different directions. So we will do both the plus and the minus versions anyway. While we're here, let's talk about c. We know the relationship between a, b, and c is this. It's given on your formula sheet. Let's figure out what c equals because we need that for the focus. C squared is 10. C is root 10. Bigger, a little bit bigger than 3, isn't it? In addition to the center, the transverse axis, we need the vertices. Distance from the center to the vertices is a. A is the distance of 3. We want to travel to the y-axis, up 3, 1, 2, 3, and down 3. All right, good. So the ordered pairs, 0, 3, 0, negative 3. The foci are also on the transverse axis, and that's a distance of root 10. So 0, root 10, and 0, negative root 10. A little bit bigger than, a little bit beyond the vertices, up and down. What else do we need? The asymptote. The asymptote has general form y equals plus or minus a over bx. And we found a and b, so we've got y equals plus or minus. A is 3, b is 1, x. Okay. If we want to do this rectangle procedure, I'm going to go out a distance of 1 on either side of my vertices and construct your little rectangles, tall and narrow this time, because 3 is the rise and 1 is the run. And we're going to connect opposite corners. Close enough. And then we located our vertices on the y-axis, so we've got this narrow hyperbola going, something like that. The worksheet that I mentioned in the email on Sunday night is over 9.3. There's a worksheet over 9.3, which is due for a grade. I do believe I asked you to have that done by, give me 1 second, 9.3 worksheet due by 4/16. So have that done by the 16th. Friday morning, get it done Thursday night if you're not a morning person. And then there is a worksheet over 9.4. It is challenging to say the least. Challenging. I am recommending that you complete the worksheet over 9.4, but it's not going to be for a grade. You will see the answer keys to both of these posted later in the day on Friday. So you're able to check your work as soon as you get both of those done. And we finished chapter 9 now. You can complete the MyLabs Plus homework. We will not have a test specifically over 9 by itself. We're going to combine chapters 9 and 10. So next week we'll work on chapter 10. But you've got enough to keep you busy until then. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.